Alright, Travis Wayne Goodsell, part 3. Let's get back on track, shall we? Alright. Okay, so Jeremy is the one who's saying he's a disaffected member who lost his testimony. So it's no secret. So right away, he's presenting the CES director with his concerns already addressed by him. He's already made up his mind. And Jeremy, this isn't sincere if you've already made up your mind and you've lost your testimony. You don't lose testimonies, first of all. That's a major problem of Mormonism. Mormons have done the Christian thing and altered the definition of testimony. It's now a spiritual feeling inside that gets you all happy and warm and fuzzy, and you therefore think it must be true. My feelings are validated. Yay! Validation is crap. You have to use science. So when you testify, as in a court of law, you're supposed to be talking about what you've witnessed, what you've physically seen, heard, or spoken, heard, smelled, and touched. Better get can't remember, so I ruined the joke. Alright, so Mormons instead have this sixth sense that they know it's true, even though there is no proof that can ever be rendered to establish whether it was true or not. 50-50 is dichotomy. It's all wrong. It's invalid as an argument. And so when you claim that the Spirit has confirmed the truth, no, it didn't. You could have just flipped a coin and gotten the same answer, as long as you chose heads instead of tails. And that's one of the problems with Mormonism, is that they've turned the religion into a black and white scenario, rather than a fact-based. I'm not talking about gray area. No, that's non-dichotomous. Black and white, dichotomous. Gray area, non-dichotomous. All wrong. Pull your head out of the box. Look from outside. It's fact-based. Has nothing to do with black and white categorizations or gray spectrum categorizations. I've got more to say about that, and I've talked about it in the introduction, and I'll have more most likely as we get along. Alright, let's see, I'm not... Should I just go to his thing? No, we need to get this. This is his letter. This is the thing he caused controversy with. So we've got to get to it. All this information is a result of over a year of intense research. And Jeremy, you didn't do research. You just read. See, that's what Mormons have also changed, is studying the scriptures became read the scriptures. And then instead of reading the scriptures, people just refer to passages. They'll open up the Book of Mormon. Oh, I feel good now. But, I'm sure Jeremy did a full year of intense reading. I don't doubt that. But no, research is different. Those who have done outside of BYU education research for their thesis papers and research papers and doctorate theses and whatever, Research is completely different. And I've not seen any Mormon do actual research with their articles. Apologists don't do it. Ooh. Man. Mormons, you need to understand how to do research papers. That's the problem with the church historians. And like I've been telling you guys in other situations, D. Michael Quinn, for example, he did Mormonism and the Magic Worldview, trying to explain that Joseph looking into rocks in a hat and the holiness to the Lord parchment and the Jupiter stone. He's trying to say, oh, that's just all part of the culture, all the magical worldview, no big deal. No, D Michael, whatever you want to be called. No. As I did my actual research, I learned that, hey, Joseph Sr. and Hiram were Freemasons. Did I stop there? No. I studied Freemasonry. There were the two main groups, Scottish Rites and York Rites. Which one was Smith Sr. and Hiram? I had to do the research to find out which one. I found which lodges they were in. I confirmed with the lodges themselves that they had indeed been such. And Joseph Sr. was a master mason, so I had to learn. What is masonry? What is the ranking? What's going on? And then you find out, oh, York Rites is what they were, and the highest rank for York Rites is the Knights Templar. Now I have to study the Knights Templar, don't I? Oh, now I find a documentary about the Kensington Stone, about the Masons, the Knights Templar, being in America hundreds of years before Columbus. Well, maybe 200 years before Columbus. And Little Egypt in southern Illinois, right where the X meets the spot for the total solar eclipses. So all of my research is all tying in together here as I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together. That's how you do research, D. Michael Quinn. And now I understand why they're talking about the learning of the Jews and the language of the Egyptians. They're referring to the Rosetta Stone. They're also referring to the Knights Templar who were involved in Egyptian, and thus Friday the 13th was because the Catholic Pope was furious that they were giving more loyalty to Egyptian gods after they'd done a research dig under the Jerusalem Temple lot, and they found something, and they became rich and powerful because of what they had found in blackmailing the Pope at that time. So yes, there's not a coincidence that Joseph was into Egyptian. And again, why wasn't Joseph one if Hiram and his father were? Well, again, you got to do your research. The answers are there. You just have to search for them. And so this video is about the importance of doing actual research. Don't fall for the Mormon trap of read, ponder, and pray. As I exposed in a previous video the other day, ponder is not supposed to be a part of it. You're supposed to ponder how merciful the Lord has been. You're not supposed to ponder the words of the book and the precepts as if that's supposed to give you the answer. Every Mormon misses that. And as a result, they take Alma 32, starting in verse 28, completely out of the context. They don't read the middle anyway, because they can't get past the Isaiah chapters. And so they only go to the scripture masteries that they're told to memorize. That's Mormons for you. Alright. Now, so research is completely different. You have to, it's not about this author says this, and that's his opinion, but this other author I agree with, and this is his opinion, so I agree with this author. No! That's not how research works. You're supposed to get the facts. Screw all the guys who are making opinions and writing books about their opinions. Go to the facts. If someone is claiming that Joseph Smith was arrested in March of 1826, he needs to provide that court paper that says Joseph Smith Jr. misdemeanor $1 something or other. That's the facts, or that's the evidence for the fact. And that's what people are not doing all the way. And Wikipedia is the worst for research papers. Ugh. Okay.